The directions say, read about each situation. Determine whether each question requires you to evaluate or solve the given function. Do you know the difference between evaluate and solve?
One has an equation.
One has an equation, right? Which one has an equation? Solve, right? If you've got an equation, you got to solve it to get the answer. So what does evaluate mean? I'm gonna let you figure it out when we get there. Okay? I'm gonna let you figure it out when we get there. In every case, show the steps that lead to your answer. That's been a little bit of a problem today. Okay? Showing your steps. Okay? A piece of paper is about 0.004 inches thick, or 4 thousandths of an inch thick, right? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Remember that? Okay. If you fold the paper in half, the stack is 0.008 or 8 thousandth of an inch thick. Does that make sense? If I fold the paper in half, isn't it twice as thick as it was before?
Yes.
Okay. If you fold it in half again, it would be 0.016 or 16 thousandth inches thick. And so forth. The equation to model the thickness of the stack of paper in x folds is T of x equals 0.004 times 2 to the x power, or 4 thousandths times 2 to the x power. Determine the thickness of the paper after 8 folds. Is this a solve or an evaluate question?
Solve. Oh, evaluate.
Well, one of those is right. Is there an equation that we're trying to solve for a given value?
Yes.
Or is there a given value in the problem that we're supposed to plug in to get an answer?
Yes.
Which one of those is solving and which one of those is evaluating?
Second one's evaluating.
Okay, if I'm given a number and that's the x value, all I'm doing is substituting the 8 in here and getting a value. That is called evaluating. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So how am I going to evaluate that?
Yeah, plug it in.
Plug it in. So I'm going to write 0.004 times 2 to the 8th power. So what does that equal?
That equals a number.
It is a number, that's correct. 1.024. Now, 1.024 is the correct evaluation for this problem, but I need to make sure I'm answering the question.
It's in inches.
It's in inches, right? So shouldn't this say inches?
Yes.
Thick. Inches thick.
You can write inches thick, that's great. Okay?
3 C's. 3 C's. 3 C's.
Question B. Set up and solve an equation to determine about how many folds it would require to make a stack 11 feet tall. Is this evaluate or is this a solve? Hopefully you figured out pretty quickly it was a solve, right? Because it says solve. Right? Okay, so what equation are we solving here then?
Well, when it's at 11 feet.
So start with this, right? 0.004 times 2 to the x power equals what? 11?
11.
Equals
Oh, no, because it's saying feet.
it's 100.
11 feet is what it gives us, but all this information up here, it very clearly, time out, very clearly says that t is in inches. If t is in inches, everything that we put into this equation needs to be in inches.
And 11 feet is how many inches?
132 inches.
Stop.
Do you know the number sense trick about multiplying by 11?
Yes.
No.
11 times 12, which is what I'm trying to do here, right? 1 and 2. What's 1 plus 2? 132.
I've never seen that.
Works with every double-digit number.
That actually works?
Yeah.
It's a number sense trick.
So can you
The
do
kids
it?
who do number sense for UIL, that's a trick that they learn.
That's what 3 use in medicine.
So with 14, you have 1 and 4, so it's 152?
154.
Yeah.
14 times
Sorry.
7.
Okay. Okay. So how do we solve this equation? How do we go about solving it?
Well, you have to get rid of...
You have to get the x on the other side.
I have to isolate the x, right? This is where the x is right now. What's with this x? Very good. 0.004. So 2 to the x power equals what? Yeah, 132 divided by 4 thousandths. What is that? 33,000.
Oh,
How do we solve it from here?
divide.
Divide by 2.
Can't divide by 2, guys. The x is in the exponent. This is what we've been working on for like 7 days or so.
Log.
Oh, logarithmic form. Okay. How do I write this in logarithmic form?
Log the base of 2.
Log base 2
of
33,000. Very good. And how do I solve that?
You plug it in.
Plug it in your calculator, right? If you didn't have one of these calculators, you could use the change of base formula, which would be log of 33,000 divided by log of 2, right? Would you ever be in that situation?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Do you have something with you at all times, pretty much, that you can do logarithms on?
No way.
It's right there. I said, it's right there.
The log 10 or
What?
I feel like every time I use that calculator, my number's wrong.
Same.
So here's how we would have to do it, right? I would enter 33,000 and say log of that number.
Oh.
Divided by, what number am I taking the log of? 2. 2 log, enter. So those of you who have a calculator in the room with you, what did you get as an answer?
15.01.
Oh my gosh, it's right. Something the math teacher did was right. Excellent.
Well, Matt.
Okay?
So,
X equals 15.0102. Okay? So here's a really important conversation that we need to have. Okay? So I need you to listen and participate in the conversation. Can we have 15.0102 folds?
No.
Fold is not something we can have partial of, is it? So is it 15? Is the answer 15 then?
No, because you have some letters.
If you put 15 in, are you going to get to 132? No. If I put 15 in right here, this is going to be 131.2 or something like that. Okay? What am I trying to get to? 132. How many folds do I have to make then to get to 132, to get to 11 feet? 16. So even though this answer right here answers my equation, 16 folds is what answers my question. Which one is the answer? Both of them are. We have to have this answer to show that I knew what work to do. Like I have to show my work every time, right? We have to have this answer that shows that I know how to answer the equation, but this answer shows that I know what's going on in the problem and how to answer the problem. Okay? So am I going to have to round all of these? What about money? Do I have to round money?
No.
Well, I mean to 2 decimal places, right? But that's just how money is. Do I have to round time? Can you have partial time? Yes. Can you have partial flies? No, you can't have a partial fly, can you? So this may be something that you have to round, right, on this problem. So just be aware of that when you get there. Don't round on everything. Take into account what's happening in the problem situation to decide whether you round or not. Okay? This one is mass. Can you have partial mass, partial grams?
yes.
Yes, you can. 3.6 grams or something like that, right? Okay? Milligrams, yeah, all that kind of stuff. Can you have partial people? No. Don't say it. Okay? So keep that. A man without legs is still a man, guys.
Exactly. My
Okay?
father was.
So.
He has legs.
Did they work?
He still had them.
Oh, no. Okay. No, shh, we're off topic. Back here. Okay. Please read the question. Make sure you know what the question is about to decide before you decide whether you have to round or not. But this is something important. Okay. But here's the other side of that coin. If you read this question, it says set up and solve an equation to determine about how many folds it would require. Would 15 be an appropriate answer? Yes. Okay? I would make you explain it, or I would make it much more clear what I wanted as an answer. This is kind of ambiguous. Okay? Any questions about that? Okay. So on this page, you are doing all of these, and then on the other page, you're doing the two that I asked you to. Yes? Okay? Any questions?